While true wireless earbuds have dominated the headphones landscape the last few years, there are plenty of people who still like the full-size variety, and that's why I put together the Surround Up of the best wireless noise-canceling over-ear headphones of 2022. Now, to be clear, these are headphones that were released in 2022, and I haven't included any models that came out in years past. I've narrowed it down to my 5 favorites with an additional affordable pick thrown in, because when you get into these top wireless headphones, well, they tend to be rather expensive, and a lot of people just can't afford them. But we're talking about the best of the best. At $799, we have the Focal Bathies. Focal is a French audio company known for its high-end speakers and wired headphones, some of which cost thousands of dollars. It's finally done what a lot of high-end audio companies have had to do in this age of on-the-go wireless music listening: make active noise-canceling Bluetooth headphones. But they also have a built-in DAC, that stands for digital to analog converter, for USB wire listening with any computer, smartphone, or tablet with USB-C, and that makes it easy to go from wireless to wired listening for slightly better sound. The Bathies build quality and design are excellent. They're comfortable to wear, and they're easily one of the best sounding wireless headphones. They offer excellent clarity, detail, accuracy, and powerful, well-defined bass that's got the right amount of warmth to it. They have a spacious soundstage, close back the headphones anyway, and they allow you to hear each instrument distinctly in complicated tracks where several instruments are playing at the same time. The Bathies use aluminum magnesium speaker drivers, while Focal's higher-end wired headphones have beryllium drivers that offer even more clarity and accuracy with the right setup. Their noise canceling isn't as strong or as good as what you get with the Sony WH-1000X Mark V or the Bose Quiet Comfort 45 headphones, for example, but Focal has done its best to implement noise canceling without sacrificing sound quality, which is always a challenge. They're also good for making calls, so a really great headphone overall, but out of most people's price range, though it is cheaper than the Mark Levinson number 5909 headphones that go for around $1,000. Okay, moving on to the Bowers & Wilkins PX8 at $699. When they were originally announced, the spiky PX8 were supposed to cost $549, or essentially the same price as Apple's AirPods Max headphones. However, when they finally hit stores, the PX8's price jumped to $699, or a full $300 more than the company's stepped-down PX7 Series 2 headphones, which are also excellent. The biggest difference between the PX8 and the PX7 S2 are the PX8's all-new 40mm carbon cone drive units that are inspired by the carbon dome drive units used in the company's 700 series loudspeaker line. Bowers & Wilkins says these units help deliver superior resolution, detail, and timing with even more accurate sound than the PX7 S2. Based on my tests, that's true. I like the PX7 S2. The PX8 headphones do sound more special, with a touch more openness and overall clarity. They're right near the top for sound in a Bluetooth headphone and are also comfortable to wear for long listening sessions. For the best sound, you can listen to lossless files on a computer in wired mode with a USB-C to USB-C cable. As for the noise canceling function, it's good but not quite on par with what you get with the Sony WH-1000X Mark V. And while the voice calling capabilities are solid, these don't reduce background noise quite as well as some headphones like the Sony when you're on calls. However, the transparency mode is top-notch. While I can't say they're worth $300 more than the PX7 S2, they're a great set of cans if you can afford them. I do prefer the sound and overall performance of the more expensive Focal Bathies, but the Bathies don't have such strong noise canceling. The PX8 are a close second. At $599, we have the Master Dynamic MW75 headphones, the company's best headphones to date. The last metal construction adds weight, but that's a trade-off some people don't mind. The MW75 sound excellent with clean, accurate sound, natural sounding mids, and nice treble detail. The bass is tight and punchy with just enough warmth. The MW75 seemed well suited for all types of music genres, and I had no trouble wearing the headphones for longer listening sessions, though I would have liked the ear pads to be slightly larger. I thought they measured up well against the Apple AirPods Max for sound quality. The MW75 came across as the more accurate, natural-sounding headphones. The AirPods Max had a little more energy and played a little louder, but the MW75 sounded a bit smoother and a tad more articulate. It's also worth noting that while the MW75 don't have quite the noise canceling capabilities of the Sony WH-1000X Mark V, they do offer very good noise canceling and are also very good for making calls. Another great headphone overall. Speaking of the Sony, that's the next headphone on this list. It's $400, so it's been discounted lately to around $350. This is the headphone that's going to hit the sweet spot for a lot of people. It's relatively lightweight and comfortable, sounds really good, and offers top-notch noise canceling and noise reduction during voice calls. Some people prefer the dual hinge design of the earlier 1000X Mark IV, which offers a little more bass energy, but I personally prefer the slightly more refined sound of the Mark V, and particularly appreciated the improvements to the call quality. While the Sony doesn't sound quite as good as the models I've already talked about, it does have some nice extra features like Sony's speak to chat mode, and it does cost less and has best-in-class noise canceling. At number 5, I have Sennheiser's Momentum 4 Wireless, a $350 headphone that's been selling for closer to $300. While some people may be a little disappointed that their design has become a bit too straightforward and less distinctive with less premium materials than the previous Momentum 3, they essentially check all the boxes for what you want in a premium noise canceling headphone from the standpoint of comfort, features, and performance. Initially, I wasn't wowed by them, but after I broke them in for a few days, their sound grew on me, and Sennheiser has improved not only their noise canceling performance, but also their voice calling performance. And unlike the previous Momentum 3, they do fold flat and have incredible battery life at up to 60 hours. Depending on what I was listening to, there were times when I thought they did sound slightly better than the Sonys. They're just a tad more natural and accurate sounding, and they do cost less than the Sony, so that's another reason to consider them. Last but not least, I have my value pick, the Soundcore by Anker Space Q45, which is currently selling for around $130. If you can't afford Sony's 1000X Mark V or the similarly named Bose QC45, yes, there's a bit of copying going on here, the Space Q45 is a good alternative. It's comfortable to wear with nicely padded ear cups and a dual hinge folding design. Sound quality is very good, and the headphones offer better noise canceling than the step-down Q35, as well as multi-point Bluetooth pairing, and they do support the LDAC audio codec for streaming high-resolution music tracks over Bluetooth if you have a device that supports LDAC. Many Android phones do, although Samsung's Galaxy phones don't. Battery life is also very good at up to 50 hours with noise canceling on. To be clear, this headphone isn't up to the level of the other headphones in this roundup, but it's Anker's best sounding noise canceling headphone to date and a good value, relatively speaking. So that's it. Those are my top over-ear wireless headphones of 2022. If you want more info about any of these products, we've got links to all of them in the description below, along with any full reviews I've done on CNET. If you got a favorite headphone yourself, feel free to let me and other folks know about it in the comments section. And finally, if you found this video informative at all, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm David Carney for CNET. Thanks for watching.